I don't have any bold statements or proclamations to make today other than we got a really good player signed.
Lance Hornby and Terry Koshan of the Toronto Sun here at the Maple Leaf practice rink with the big news today. William Nylander's 8-year, $92 million new contract. It's been in the works a long time. Terry, as I said before, it's a long process to get this done. But now that it's out of the way, what do you expect from Nylander here on how he deals with the pressure and how General Manager Brad Treliving can handle the ongoing salary cap issues?
Well, yeah, more or less, you expect more from the same from Nylander, Lance. It's a great year. He had a great year last year. So this idea that, is this happening right now because he's in a contract year, I don't buy it. As we've talked about a lot, probably no Leaf can let things roll off his back as well as Nylander does and still be productive. He's just, that's just the way he's built. So I think it's a good contract. It's going to look a lot better as it goes on. If you don't like it now, the salary cap will continue to rise, and it won't be long before he starts falling out of that top echelon in the league as far as salary goes. And as Brad Treliving, a big step forward today for the team. We knew it was going to come at some point. Nylander making it clear in the past several months, many a time, that this is where he wanted to be, and sure enough, this is where he will be until the age of 36. So for Treliving now, it's about the next 2 months. A bit of a coincidence that we're now 2 months exactly to the trade deadline, and there is some work to be done on the blue line, perhaps in goal, but I think the blue line is the area he has to look at. But it's a good day for the organization overall, Lance, to get Nylander done and signed.
I was very interested in Sheldon Keefe's comments, the coach who's had him since he was a 19-year-old Marley, and says at times I've had to push him, and really the whole city knows that. How do you think Nylander will deal with the added pressure? I think, to your point, he's done it well so far, but there's a lot of people out there doubting the validity of this deal and how much money they're committing to it.
Well, I'd ask you this. If you doubt the validity of it, and you're right, there are the people do, he was going to get it somewhere. So it's not in Toronto that this was going to be the only place he was going to get this, and then he was going to, if not, go to free agency and sign for $5 million a year. This money was going to be had somewhere. But as far as the pressure goes, I just don't see it with him. And, I think what John Tavares said, it's just the beginning for him, right? So he's getting into these prime years in his hockey career, an NHL career. And like I said, we saw him doing it last year. He was a great player last year. How many games has he not had a point this year? I think four or five. So barely a handful. He's been consistent every night. And from the outside looking in, you say, okay, well, that's a lot of money. It's a lot to live up to. I don't think it's going to be an issue for him. His upbringing, his dad playing in the NHL as long as he did. We know that Michael's the influence that he has on William. For what we can see, it's a positive one, considering the things he's done. So I don't think there's going to be a big amount of pressure on him. Now, having said that, at least go out in the first round again this year. Or the second round, and that pressure does come back. But overall, I don't see it impacting the player and his performance.
Well, for now, we'll assume that William Nylander will be buying lunch for a lot of people today, teammate-wise, and who knows, Terry, even for the media. From the Ford Centre, Lance Hornby and Terry Koshan for the Toronto Sun.